The humid southern night hung thick with mystery as Sara, a young woman with an adventurous spirit, found herself stranded on a desolate highway. The moon cast an ethereal glow on the road, surrounded by dense woods that seemed to stretch endlessly into the darkness. Sara had hoped to reach the next town before nightfall, but her car had betrayed her, succumbing to the unforgiving silence of a deserted engine. Left with no other option, Sara reluctantly extended her thumb to passing cars, hoping for a good Samaritan to rescue her from the eerie stillness. Minutes passed like hours, and just as desperation began to set in, the distant hum of an engine reached her ears. A pair of headlights emerged from the shadows, a beacon of hope in the desolate night. The car pulled over, and Sara hesitated for a moment. The driver's window rolled down, revealing a man in his 40s with a disarming smile. He had a warm, southern drawl that put Sara at ease. "Need a ride, darlin'?" the man asked. Grateful for the offer, Sara nodded and climbed into the passenger seat. The interior of the car was well kept, and the air carried the scent of pine-scented air freshener. The man introduced himself as Sam, claiming to be heading in the direction of Sara's destination. As they drove through the silent night, conversation flowed easily between them. Sam spoke of the southern charm, local legends, and ghost stories that seemed to permeate the region. Sara, though a bit unnerved, found herself captivated by the tales. After some time, Sam suggested they take a shortcut through a quiet, winding road that cut through the heart of the southern woods. Sara hesitated, her instincts tingling with unease, but Sam assured her it would save time. As they navigated the narrow road, the dense canopy of trees cast eerie shadows that danced in the moonlight. The air inside the car became stifling, and Sara felt a growing sense of discomfort. She couldn't shake the feeling that Sam was hiding something behind his charming facade. Suddenly, Sam's demeanor shifted. The warmth in his eyes turned cold, and a sinister grin played on his lips. Sara's heart quickened, and she demanded an explanation for the abrupt change. Sam remained silent, his eyes fixated on the road ahead. As they approached a dilapidated, abandoned building in the woods, Sam slowed the car to a stop. Sara's anxiety reached a crescendo as he turned to her with a menacing glint in his eyes. "You should never have trusted a stranger, darlin'," Sam sneered, revealing a hidden darkness beneath his friendly exterior. Fear surged through Sara as she realized she had fallen prey to a malevolent stranger. Before she could react, Sam produced a knife, the blade gleaming in the moonlight. Sara's desperate struggle filled the air with tension, but Sam's strength overwhelmed her. The southern woods bore witness to the horrifying act, the shadows swallowing Sara's screams. When Sam finished, he discarded her lifeless body beside the forgotten building. The night seemed to absorb the wickedness that had transpired, leaving only a chilling silence. Days passed, and Sara's disappearance remained a haunting mystery. Her friends and family searched in vain, haunted by the enigma of her vanishing. The southern town whispered tales of the vanishing hitchhiker, a malevolent force that preyed on unsuspecting travelers in the dead of night. Weeks later, another young woman found herself stranded on the same desolate highway. The moon hung low in the sky, casting an ominous glow. As she stood by the roadside, the distant hum of an engine reached her ears. A pair of headlights emerged from the shadows, and a man with a disarming smile pulled over. "Need a ride, darlin'?" he asked. The young woman hesitated, a shiver running down her spine. The southern drawl seemed familiar, but the charm felt too rehearsed. Her instinct screamed at her to stay away, and with a newfound sense of caution, she declined the offer. As the car disappeared into the southern night, the young woman couldn't shake the feeling that she had narrowly escaped a malevolent fate. The legend of the vanishing hitchhiker lived on, a cautionary tale whispered in the south, a tale of a mysterious driver who lurked in the shadows, preying on those who dared to trust a stranger on a desolate highway.